Alright guys, so since I haven't been doing thrifting, I decided to take one of my many small little laptops. In this case, this is a netbook. I decided to take a netbook out to coffee, well, breakfast. And here you go. This is it. This is just going into the specs here. You can see it's got very limited graphics, but it runs at a funny resolution of 1024 by 576. Very odd. So here's the general overview of this system. It's running that little Atom processor, and yeah, the temperatures are okay. It's got 2 gigabytes of DDR2. And let's get into the storage. So this thing actually has a decent size SATA hard drive, spinning of course, and not bad, Seagate, a 160 gigabyte, so quite decent. It's running a 64-bit OS because that's sort of what the Atom processor was about. Sort of a transition point. This is a 2009 system, and it was a transition point between Vista and XP, and XP basically had an extended life because of these little netbooks, because they were pretty limited. So it only has 1 RAM slot and a max of 2 gigabytes. But running decent, you know, for what it is. And there's the graphicals, 128 megabytes of dedicated graphical memory. And here is the hard drive. So like I said, 160, which is actually really good for XP. And it only has 89 days of use. So lots of life left in this one, running with good health, good temperature. So great little machine. Very happy with it, with this find. There's the little Atom sticker. So these Atom processors, like, you know, don't expect them to be gaming machines. But, you know, the keyboard's in great shape, the screen's in great shape, the surface of the device isn't scratched up or anything. It's actually in good shape too. Yeah, so just was, and this is an awesome little machine to take with you to a coffee shop because it's so small, and it actually has a pretty standard type, decent size keys. There you go. The one side there has a USB. It has these little light indicators that indicates that the Wi-Fi is off because I'm not using the Wi-Fi. But, of course, when I turn it on, it doesn't come on because it takes a while for it to pick up, then it's back on. But anyway, let's just switch it off because I don't use that kind of thing. Well, I'll leave it on, whatever. Yeah, USB, 2 more, so 3 USB total. We got a card slot. We got the VGA slot. So, and a camera. There you go. So, all in all, not a bad little system, really. And let's take a look here. You can turn it off. You can look at the bottom. Well, actually, what did I do there? Oh, yes, I want to look at let's take a look at the properties there. So this is like the info page for XP. So it's Service Pack 3. Yeah, it's a Mini 110. Let's take a look at the device drivers. Yeah, device drivers, there you go. They are all found. A lot of them are still on the HP site. Some of them I had to find elsewhere. But all in all, they are all there. There's also some extra software that HP offers from directly from their site. If you want that sort of stuff. I kept it pretty bare bones because I just wanted to get it going. Yeah, there's the Atom processor info, running at 1.6 gigahertz. It's a single core with hyper-threading, so You know, a lot like those old Pentium chips that were hyper-threaded, but a lot cooler and a lot lower power consumption. So let's take a look here as I turn it off at the bottom of this system. So I've got about a minute and a half of this video here going. So here you go. There is, just making sure it's off. Yep, there's the weird funky design on there. Not bad, right? And it's not scratched up. Maybe a few cosmetic scratches, but nothing of consequence. There's the RAM slot in the bottom. Not much to it. All the feeder on there, which is great. Came with Windows XP Home. And well, let's flip it over here. There's the info on it. So it's a 110. So it's a 110 1030 CA, being Canadian. So it's got the French Canadian keyboard thing going on. There you go. There you have it. So not a bad system. I'm running a Lenovo power supply through it because I couldn't find a proper one, but it seems to work. Love the VGA and actual. I like the networking card slot. You don't get that in modern laptops, let me tell you. So yeah, not a bad little laptop at all. Good for sort of the coffee shop, breakfast at McDonald's, that sort of thing. And let's wipe it down and let's take a look at that surface, that beautiful, funky design, a little on the greasy side by the looks of it. There you go. Very cool. So that's it, guys. That is going to be my review of a system that I have in my collection. Like I say, I've got 100 PCs of different varieties, and I wanted to start pulling them out and using them now that I'm not really going to thrift shopping anymore, and I can kind of highlight some of these systems and we can take a look at them. So hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to the channel. I forgot to mention that. Kind of just got going on this sort of review, but yeah. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for coming by, stopping by, and I'll talk to you in the next video.